Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here for round 2 of the Apex Online Racing League Xbox One F3 League. And I know what you're thinking by the title, Matt, the clickbait is real, everything like that. But seriously guys, I promise you, as you can probably tell, this video is quite a long one. I would highly recommend sticking around if you just want to see some close racing. You know, this race just coming up is why, you know, I still like to do some league racing on the side. You know, career mode is all well and good. The AI is, you know, very good at battling nowadays, but you don't quite get this in career mode. And yeah, like I said, I would highly recommend you guys stick around for the entirety of this video. Safe to say, it's action-packed is probably, yeah, the best way to describe it. Nonetheless, obviously, if you guys missed out on the Australian Grand Prix that went live last week now, even at the time of recording this, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. You know, it was a good race on the whole. I won't try to leave too many spoilers in the early stages of this video, but yeah, that is your warning to make sure you go check that video out before we head into this one, because, well, I'm not too sure what's just happened to Stewie there, but clearly getting a little bit overexcited, trying to light up the front tyres. So that meant that we now lead the way on this formation lap here. But yeah, 29 laps then at the Bahrain Grand Prix. For those of you guys that aren't aware, obviously this is Apex Online Racing online against other people. You know, you get sorted out based on your pace and things like that. And so far this season, the battle between myself, Humperdinck and Stewie, after just one round, you know, I think we could all tell it was hopefully going to be quite an exciting season. Unless, you know, it was a bit of a fluke that we were all pretty evenly paced. But I think Bahrain is definitely going to prove that we're all pretty damn close on pace on F1 2019, at least in the early stages of this game nonetheless. Yeah, heading on though into Bahrain, obviously after the podium last time at Australia, we were looking to try and get home the win this time round, but ultimately I just want to try and be consistent, bring home some good points in tonight's race as well. Bahrain is a track I cannot stand on the F1 games generally, mainly just because of the rear tyre temperatures. It's a bit weird in terms of traction zones and everything like that. It's just not a track that I have any confidence at or particularly enjoy racing at either way. But here we are then coming down to the grid, ready to start the Bahrain Grand Prix. Like I said, a 50% race here, 29 laps ahead of us here in Bahrain. It should be a fairly simple one-stop Grand Prix. The mediums onto a set of the hard compound tyres. Like I said, you know, tyre wear is a big thing around at this circuit. But getting ready then on the grid for the start of the Bahrain Grand Prix. We've got Stewie just in front of us, Humperdinck just behind. Where are we going to end up in this Bahrain Grand Prix? The lights are coming on now, and it is 5 lights here then ready in Bahrain, and it is lights out and away we go then, ready for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Round 2 of the season, and overall it's not been a particularly good start. You can see a bit of a swarm coming down in towards turn 1 there. Stewie gets a much better getaway than myself there. Humperdinck tries to have a look around the outside there, and a huge wheel spin on the exit of turn 1 there. BR Hamilton tries to get up the inside there. We actually get a warning for contact with Humperdinck there as he now goes offensive up the long run towards turn 4 here, in towards sector 2, and potentially right around the outside. We're going to try and have a look there, but sadly can't make the move work this time around there. So we do slot down into P3, and starts are just not my strong point on F1 2019. We really do need to focus on that over the next couple of rounds of this season there. Yeah, we do slot in just a little bit more contact between myself and Humperdinck. Luckily we didn't actually pick up any front wing damage in that one as well. They're very lucky in the opening stages here, because the damage model can be a little bit inconsistent at the best of times here. But yeah, we would survive the first lap though, and you can see Stewie already trying to make a bit of a breakaway here, but with all the DRS zones around this Bahrain circuit, it's quite difficult to do so in the early stages of this racing. See Riley Boy's already now back up into P4 though. We think about having a look up the inside of Humperdinck in towards turn 1 there, but just slams the door as we head through turn 1 and turn 2 there. He does hold on into P2 of this Grand Prix here as we now head up the hill once again here, up in towards turn 4 there. You can see Stewie really trying to take a lot of curb through that corner there, and really, yeah, trying to use absolutely everything around this Bahrain Grand Prix circuit. I was being a little bit more conservative in some places. It was a bit strange. We all seem to have some different styles and lines around this circuit. That I was being a bit more aggressive in towards that, you know, fast chicane as such. But yeah, the guys around me really, you know, very aggressive in other places around the circuit as well. And you can see already AOR Anthony, unfortunately, out of this Grand Prix there. I'm not too sure what's happening to him. I think he had a spin on lap 1 there, and he's actually going to unfortunately leave the session as well here. And I don't think this is, you know, a penalty offence, but potentially it needs to be looked into once again on F1 2019, because that did bring out the virtual safety car in this Grand Prix there, and that was not really ideal for any of us in the early stages of this race. You know, we want to try and get up to pace, everything like that here, and you can see already trying to close up to Humperdinck here, and we would actually get the safety car timed not too badly, as you can see on the exit of turn 2 there. You see, we've already got 7/10 on the delta here, and I'm, you know, potentially going to think about going for a move on Humperdinck, you know, if the green flag did come back out once again there. And you can see on the exit of turn 4 though, the green flags are now back out once again. We can resume racing as we head through turn 1 and, well, sorry, through turn 5 and turn 6 here. We're going to get all over the back of Humperdinck there, potentially up the inside as we head down in towards the heaven there. Once again, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact between the pair of us there, but we do get the drive on the exit of the corner there, and we now move ourselves back up into P2 of this Grand Prix. And now we need to try and close back up the gap to Stewie as well here as we head now down the back straightaway once again here. And are we in the slipstream? I don't think DRS has been activated just yet because of that virtual safety car. I'm not 100% sure though. Humperdinck all over the back of me. No, the DRS has definitely been activated there as the Ferrari gets up the inside as we head in towards the first braking zone there. Big lockup for Humperdinck just in front of us there. We're going to try and look round the outside and through turn 1. They get squeezed out all over the curbs, and that's actually going to give Humperdinck the run on the exit there. Not too sure how we both ended up with DRS here, but we'll take it as we head down in towards turn 4. The Humperdinck gets the move back, but we're going to try and go for another switchback move on the exit of the corner there. Side by side in towards the chicane we go there. He tries to turn in, but we were still on the inside there. We yet now hold on to P2 once again in this Grand Prix, but we really do need to stop fighting and try to get up to the rear of Stewie here, because we cannot then try and run away in this Grand Prix here as we head now down in towards the horrible turn 9 and turn 10 complex there. You can see already by the end of lap 5 here, purple first sector, green in the middle as well. We would really close down this gap to Stewie as we head in towards lap 6 of this Grand Prix here. We're now all over the back of the Renault car once again here. Now with the DRS, you can see set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as well here as we head down towards turn 1. And nothing really Stewie can do in this situation there. We try and keep as close to the racing line as possible. They're very close as we head through turn 1 and turn 2. They're trying to give him the room on the inside, but you can usually get the run right around the outside there, and that's what we've been able to do. They're trying to move a bit defensive, but Stewie's already gone to the inside there. We're going to move back over towards the racing line there. Once again, pretty even on the brakes here. Tried to hook it up right around the outside there on the exit of the corner, but Stewie gets on the power just that little bit earlier there, and he now holds on once again to the lead of this Bahrain Grand Prix here, trying to attack the curbs as we head through the next couple of corners there. And unfortunately, that's Constant Ryan out of this Grand Prix as well. I'm not too sure what's happened to him a little bit further down the order here in this race. But you can see Stewie still just in front of me here, who is, well, you can see end of lap 6 there. He's already tried to build up a little bit of a gap once again here, but the DRS is just so strong around this circuit. Obviously, you've got 3 DRS zones here at Bahrain, and all of them a lot more useful than I'd say at Australia. Obviously, I think you've only got, you have got 3 at Australia, but only the first and the second, I'd really argue, are that useful there as we think about having a look up the inside on towards turn 1 there. Stewie doesn't get the car quite slowed down on the apex there. We're going to try and get a bit of a cheeky switchback move on the exit. A big wheel spin from Stewie as we head out of turn 2 there, and you can see he's going to light up the rear tyres there. We're going to have a look up the inside once again there, trying to get the car slowed down nice and tidy there, and now we move ourselves back up into the lead of this Grand Prix here. The first time in this race, we've properly led in on lap 7 here of this race, so really happy with that. And you can see by the end of lap 8 we had actually been able to lead throughout the end of that lap here, just with the DRS once again. It just gave none of us an opportunity to make the breakaway here. You can see already by the end of lap 8, start of lap 9, we're already thinking about trying to break the toe in this Grand Prix here. But just look how much Stewie gains in towards turn 1 there. We're going to squeeze him to the inside. We're going to move back over to the racing line as late as we possibly can there, once he's committed to the insider, and try to get the drive on the exit of turn 2 and turn 3 once again here with the DRS up the back straightaway here. We're going to duck back into the slipstream, pull back out once again here. We're going to be on the inside as we head down in towards turn 4 there, trying to get the car slowed down on the apex, but just scrubbing off a little bit on the exit of the corner there. And Stewie once again is going to be able to slot back up into the lead of this Grand Prix, less than a 1/10 of a second as we head through the sector point there. And you can see still trying to close it to the rear of this Renault car as we head out on lap 9 here. You can see Stewie now trying to build up the margin once again here, but the DRS just makes it impossible here in this race to really be able to make a breakaway. And obviously that was really what did create a very good race between all 3 of us here. Stewie tries to play it defensive there. He thinks about going to the inside there, force him off the racing line, and try and have a look right around the outside there. He's going to hang me out to try through turn 1 there, and unfortunately the run on the exit there, we're not going to be able to get anything done off the exit there. We're already going to have to watch for Humperdinck just behind us here. We're going to squeeze him. Where is he going to look? He's going to go to the outside there. We do play the defensive card in towards turn 4 there and try to get the drive on the exit of the corner there. Once again, Humperdinck around the outside there, but we do slot in just in front there. That time around, actually pick up a warning, taking a lot of curb in towards the chicane there, and yeah, really trying to get the drive on the exit of the corner here. Lap 11 now. You can see still all over the back of Stewie, just 0.8 of a second separated here as we head down in towards turn 1 once again. Then we're going to get the car slowed down nice and tightly there. Gives Stewie the run on the exit there, and he's just going to squeeze us out there. Didn't quite have the confidence that he gave me the room on the exit there, so we have to take evasive action over the curbs there. You can see Humperdinck back up the inside we go though as we head down in towards the next couple of corners there. He gets squeezed out over the curbs, and we are going to be able to get the drive right around the outside there. But yeah, hold on once again to P2 in this race here. Try now to close back up to Stewie here. You know, we can't really fight behind him. Let him build up that breakaway. You know, it's so critical, the DRS around this track. I cannot stress it enough in this Grand Prix here. End of lap 11, start of lap 12. You can see now the pit stop window is starting to take effect there. We actually bait Stewie in towards the pit lane there. I'm not 100% sure if he was planning on pitting at the end of that lap anyway there, but we played it like we were going to dive in, and this now is a very critical lap in this Grand Prix here, because, you know, Humperdinck and myself really need no battling and just try to get a good lap out of it here. As you can see coming through turn 1 and turn 2, they get a good drive on the exit of the corner. The Humperdinck not going to try and capitalise as we head down in towards turn 4 there with the DRS as we head now down in towards sector 2 once again. They get a big chunk of wheel spin once more there. You know, Stewie will have the fresher tyres on this outlap here. You know, we've really got to try and just settle down into a rhythm and keep these medium compounds just lasting one more lap in this Grand Prix here. I've really focused on trying to get a lot less wheel spin than we did back in Australia. It was really, you know, that was kind of what ruined my race at the end of the day there. Just see, trying to get the power down on the exit of the back straightaway here. And you can see Humperdinck still not quite close enough to really go for anything here. And we are now trying to save a little bit of fuel and the ERS. I hadn't actually gone for that much extra fuel for the Bahrain Grand Prix here. In hindsight, it probably wasn't the best thing to do in the world, but it's certainly, you know, it made the car a little bit more comfortable in the early stages of this Grand Prix as we now head out on the exit of the lap, the exit in towards sector 3 here, penultimate corner of the lap. And you can see Humperdinck really hasn't been able to try and get close at any point on this lap to try and go for anything. I'm not too sure if he, you know, was just trying to, you know, play the card as well, try and play the overcut on Stewie here, but we're both going to dive it into the pits on the end of lap 12 here. The tyres really didn't have much more to give there. Finesse the pit lane entry, if I do say so myself. We really did time that one to absolute perfection there. And yeah, we are both going to move obviously onto a set of the hard compound tyres. We've got to watch that Stewie doesn't, Humperdinck doesn't get the undercut in the pit lane there. Luckily, a nice 2.5 second pit stop there is going to mean that he's not going to be able to do anything there. ILRT button now jumps up into the lead of this Grand Prix, but Stewie, as we head down in towards turn 1 there, he has not been able to make the undercut work, and I think he's going to come out between myself and Humperdinck in this Grand Prix there. But yeah, we have now moved ourselves back up into the effective net lead of this Grand Prix. Not too sure, I don't think Stewie got held up in too much traffic on his outlap here, but that was absolutely critical for ourselves in this Grand Prix. But unfortunately, you know, that one extra lap, the cold tyres for myself, Stewie, you know, we weren't going to be able to make the breakaway that quickly in this Grand Prix there. And once again, lap 14 now, we're almost halfway stage of this race. Stewie back up the inside as we head down in towards turn 1. Then we're going to try and once again go for the switchback move as we head through turn 1 and turn 2 here. Going to try and get the drive on the exit there. Stewie takes a lot of curb there, and no DRS this time around. The DRS zone, I think, a little bit inconsistent around this Bahrain Grand Prix though. We're going to try and have a look right around the outside as we head down through turn 4 once again. They get good drive on the exit, attack the curbs there, side by side in towards the chicane there, and we do hook it up right around the outside there, running a little bit deep through the first part. It's going to compromise my run on the exit there, so we played a little bit defensive, but yeah, we now move ourselves back up there. Wasn't quite expecting to be able to hook that up right around the outside of it. You know, we stayed strong, we stayed firm, and we did manage to make the move work right around the outside as we head in towards the next couple of corners there. And that's going to mean, as we now head on towards the end of lap 15 here, Stewie was still applying the pressure here. ILRT button though, really going out quite long on that set of those hard compound tyres. I'd imagine he was probably going to come in to, you know, sort of the end of lap 16, perhaps the end of lap 17, and then move on to a set of the medium compound, unless, you know, he was trying to get to, you know, towards lap 20 and go on to a set of the softs there. You can see Stewie down in towards turn 1 there, just to get the car slowed down nice and tightly there. And on the exit of the corner, once again, neither of us are going to get the DRS. We must have gone across the detection zone perfectly side by side. I'm not too sure, in all honesty there, as we head down in towards turn 4 and turn 5 once again here. Are we going to be able to get any sort of run through the next couple of corners once again? Not really many overtaking places unless the car makes the mistake in front of you there. You can see Stewie just down in towards the hairpin, just runs a little bit deep. Once again, they're probably struggling a little bit, you know, scrubbing on those front tyres, making those small mistakes here at the moment. And once again, just not quite able to get the car quite on at the apex. And now, end of lap 17, 12 laps to go now of this Grand Prix. Button did pit like we predicted here, and now we've got to try and get the drive on Stewie once again here. Running a bit different wings, you can see just how much more Stewie's able to capitalise down in towards turn 1. We're certainly getting the run, but nowhere near what he's able to do as we head down in towards the first quarter. They're hanging out dry on the exit of turn 1 there, you know, trying to just give him a little bit of a squeeze as we struggled with the understeer. This time around, we've got the DRS, and we've actually been able to get a little bit of a margin over Stewie there, so potentially this is our chance to make the breakaway in this Grand Prix there. What's the gap going to be as we head down in towards Sector 2 there? Unfortunately, I wasn't quite able to find out, but as you'd probably expect, it wasn't going to happen in this race there. Lap 20 we head on to now. You can see Stewie and Humperdinck now all over the back of me once again here. Humperdinck really, you know, he said on Twitter after this race, we did have a bit of a chat, and he was saying, you know, he was just trying to hold him behind and, you know, hope potentially that Stewie and I had a little bit of contact, something like that, or just try and pick up the pieces if something went wrong here, trying to save his tyres right towards the end of this Grand Prix here. And honestly, at the moment, I was trying to back Stewie up into Humperdinck, so it kind of wasn't working for myself here. You know, Humperdinck just really wasn't letting that happen either here. You know, he was just trying to play his own race and trying to come out on top right at the end of this Grand Prix here. And yeah, I was trying to leave Stewie, trying to back him up into him as well there. Stewie sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix as we go purple through Sector 3 once again here. Lap 22 that we think about having a look up the inside in towards turn 1 that you can see at this stage of the race. We've not got that much fuel or ERS to mix with here in this Grand Prix. We're going to try and get the exit of the turn 3 there. And once again, have a look up the inside in towards turn 4 there. You can see we're trying to use this 0 on the ERS mode there. A bit of contact between the powers there as Stewie. I think there was a little bit of laggy contact. I had to go for a bit of an oversteer, and unfortunately for him, you know, that meant we were back out onto the outside. Luckily, once again, no damage between the powers there. Just 0.4 of a second as we head in towards Sector 2 here. This is so close in this Grand Prix, and it's just been unrelenting right the way throughout this race as well there. End of lap 22, you can see trying to get the drive on the exit of the final corner here. Stewie once again though, is he going to be able to get the run down towards turn 1 here? What is going to happen? We're going to try and force him a little bit defensive there, make him go to the inside, make him work for it as we head down in towards turn 1 there. And once again, pretty even on the brakes there, try to get the switchback move there. Stewie parks it on the apex through turn 1 and turn 2 there. We're going to try and get the drive off turn 3 there with the DRS and the slipstream once more here. Are we going to be able to make the move work up the inside once again? They're a little bit late on the brakes there, but hangs Stewie out to dry once again. The Humperdinck, I think, trying to have a look up the inside as we head through the next couple of corners there, but certainly going to make it work this time around there. And still just 0.4 of a second separate us as we head in towards Sector 2 here. Now just 6 laps to go of this Grand Prix as we head on towards lap 24 here. We're going to try and play it defensive once again here. Is Stewie going to be able to get the run as we head down this back straightaway, the front straightaway even, I should say, as we head down towards turn 1 there? He's certainly going to have a look at it once again there. Daniel Ricciardo has dive bomb as we head in towards turn 1 there. A little bit of contact maybe between the pair of us once again there, as I think Stewie thought he was fully ahead there. He's going to play it defensive this time around and make it very clear as we head up the back straightaway here. And side by side we go once more. Are we going to be able to hook it up right around the outside? They were certainly going to try it once again there, and Stewie can't get the drive on the exit of the corner there. We now move ourselves back up into the lead of this Grand Prix. This has just been such a titanic battle between the pair of us here in this Grand Prix here, and it's still certainly not done just yet. You know, all three of us still wanted this race victory. We've got a big gap to the cars behind as well here. End of lap 26 now, 3 laps to go of this Grand Prix. Starting to take a little bit more curve here, starting to take a little bit more risk as we head in towards the dying stages of this Grand Prix, and still it is anyone's race here. Like I said, 3 laps to go. Is Stewie going to be able to get the run down towards turn 1 once again here? I think he's trying to save a little bit of the ERS there as we head in towards the first braking zone. He tries to get the car up the inside there. We get squeezed out over the curbs once again there, and Stewie able to get right around the outside there, and that's going to give Humperdinck the opportunity as well. He's played the patience game, and unfortunately for me, this would be the one time he'd go for it in this Grand Prix there. Be able to get up the inside there. We have a little bit of a lock-up there, and we cannot afford to make these mistakes with just a couple of laps to go of this Grand Prix. But hopefully this is going to put me in a bit of a strong position here. Humperdinck, is he going to be able to try and hassle Stewie in the dying stages of this Grand Prix? We need him to do so as well here as we head in towards Sector 2. Once again, you know, we need Humperdinck now to try and get the run on Stewie, and we need to try and save the ERS, save the fuel, and have everything to attack with in the final couple of laps of this Grand Prix here. We're going to try and ride on board in the lap 27 here. 2 laps to go now of this Grand Prix. You can see the tyres are really starting to go off here. We've been having to use the DRS and, you know, the rich revs, everything like that, to just stick in the toe. At the moment there, we could not afford to let them make the breakaway there. Stewie goes defensive in towards turn 1. The Humperdinck tries to get the switchback move on the exit of the corner once again here. Who's going to come out on top between the pair of them here as we head out turn 1 and at turn 2 here? Humperdinck, is he going to be able to get the run in towards turn 3? He's certainly going to have a look at it, but thinks better of it as we head in towards turn 4 there. Stewie makes the mistake though. Humperdinck's now going to be able to slot up into the lead of this Grand Prix here for the first time in a very long time in this GP. Now Humperdinck now leads the way as we head down in towards Sector 2 once again though. Just run a little bit deep through the hairpin once again there, and is Stewie going to be able to get the run as we head down this back straightaway here once again? Like I said, we really need these guys to try and fight for this one here, because you can see heading out on to the back straight once again here. We've got the DRS, but Stewie and Humperdinck both trying to break the toe there. I think Stewie's just trying to stick in Humperdinck's slipstream, potentially to make a move work down in towards turn 1 here. But Humperdinck, where he'd been sat back for so long in this Grand Prix, his tyres were in much better condition than both myself and Stewie here. To see heading down in towards Sector 3 there, 4/10 the gap to Stewie just in front of us. And big gap to LCR Bennett just behind as well there. But Humperdinck, is he going to be able to get the run out of the final corner here there? He's built up a little bit of a gap over Stewie as we head down in towards the final couple of corners there. But Stewie does get a good run on the exit, and both of us struggling with the oversteer. 1 lap to go now of this Bahrain Grand Prix there. To see Stewie just quarter of a second ahead of me. The gap probably is about the same to Humperdinck as well there. He's actually going to look up the inside in towards turn 1. The Humperdinck brings very late though in towards the first corner. Somehow, once again though, not getting any damage in this Grand Prix. At least I didn't see any in this one there. Stewie goes defensive on the exit of turn 3 there, and, you know, I was just trying to sit back and watch the Humperdinck very late on the brakes towards turn 4 there. Who's going to be able to get the drive on the exit there? Side by side there, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. Stewie bails out once again. Does he? Yes, he does, just about there. We're going to be able to potentially have a look up the inside, down in towards the hairpin once again here. We're certainly going to try and go for a little bit of a send on Stewie here, but he gets the drive on the exit of the corner there. Nothing we can do this time around there, and, you know, hindsight is a wonderful thing there. Is that going to potentially have cost us a chance of the race to victory there? I'm not too sure at the moment there. We both get the slipstream and the DRS on the exit of the corner there. The Humperdinck, those tyres are in so much better condition here as we head now down through the final few corners of this Grand Prix. Is he going to be able to do enough to hold on in this race there? 1 more sector to go of this Grand Prix here. Both myself and Stewie, a big oversteer for Stewie there. We unfortunately just lock up the wheels there. Nothing the rear tyres have got left there. A huge tank slapper as we head out of the penultimate corner there, and it has all gone wrong right at the very end there. Through the final corner, it's looking like it's going to be Humperdinck's race there. We gained so much time on Stewie through the final couple of corners there. Humperdinck comes through to take home the race victory. Stewie in second, and is P3 at the end of the day. But what a race here for round 2 at the Bahrain Grand Prix. I cannot believe that one at the end of the day there. 29 laps, and probably I think about 20 of those laps are featured there. It's so much action in this Grand Prix, and GG's to both Humperdinck and Stewie as well in this race. According to the final race results, Humperdinck would actually come through for P3 there, but, you know, we've seen his 5-second penalty. It's highly likely that's going to be dropped, but either way, you know, Stewie, if he's won back-to-back races, fair play to him there. We'd get P2, or I think it's going to be P3 though, so double podium so far in the season, but still not quite where we wanted to be at the end of the day once again. Just missing that final little result at the end of the day there. Ben comes through for P4 ahead of Riley, Button, Joker, Kezimoto, Iron Weasel, and Hamilton rounds at the points finishes there, with X-Power in 11th, Schwiz, Alex Bova, Scotty, Ryan, and AOR Anthony all not making it through to the end of that Grand Prix. Well, what a race at the end of the day. We had nothing more in the car at the end there, and happy, you know, to bring up some good solid points for Haas nonetheless at the end of the day there. You can see, having a look at the end though, a Renault, a Haas, and a Ferrari on the podium there. I'm sure this is going to be one that we're going to be seeing a whole lot more in this championship. But, you know, if round 1 was a little bit of a fluke for some good battles, round 2 definitely proved that it is so wide open between all three of us at this early stage of this series. You know, we really do need to try and get on the, you know, get some wins on the table here. Round 3, China looking hopefully like a bit of a strong track, but we'll have to wait and see. You know, mainly for me, I'm looking at Baku, Spain and Monaco and Canada as 4 hopefully strong tracks for myself very soon in this series as well. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well, and you do want to see more F1 at 2019 league racing action. And, you know, I think that's fair to say that the clickbaity title, I hope, lived up to expectations for you guys as well there. What a race at the end of the day. There really nothing more that any of us could have done there. And, you know, GG's to both Humperdinck and Stewie if you guys are watching. But thank you all so much for sticking around. A 26-minute video. I think one of the longest league race highlights videos I've ever made from an F1 race there. But that is it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you guys next time for the Chinese Grand Prix.